Hey, today I thought we would do a little update on where we're at here on this greenhouse. It's been raining about every day here. I think we're up to about probably somewhere between 8 and 9 inches in the last 2 weeks. For our area, that's pretty extreme, and it's kind of kept us from being able to move along like I would really like to, but sometimes you just have to adapt. The second corn chopping should have already been underway. The corn is ready, been ready, and we completely intended to start this yesterday actually, but it's wet, really wet. Our local creek, it's really almost a river. It's just 1 mile short from being a river. It's got in the corn, and right now there's about 1.5 foot of water standing out in the corn. So we had kind of playing the waiting game now on that, so we're going to see what happens. The creek has since gone down, so we're hoping the water will drain off pretty soon. So we're really just kind of beating in time until we can get back out there. White-tailed deer bow season comes in Saturday. I'm real excited about that. I made one trip to the woods yesterday and checked one of my stands to make sure everything was okay. And I've been shooting my bow a little bit, so I've got a lot more practice to do. I try to shoot it every day if I can to kind of get back in the rhythm. So we'll see how that goes. I'm real excited to get out in the woods. That's probably not going to happen very much until we get through the corn and get this greenhouse covered. We've got the greenhouse completely ready to put plastic on, so we're just kind of waiting until after tomorrow, really. They're calling for some severe thunderstorms to come through here tomorrow, and I'm afraid of the wind. So we're going to wait, and that gets me to where I am right now. Just got back from Lowe's and got the lumber to build a small furnace room outside of the greenhouse. And you can see the square here. That's where the furnace room is going to be, but it's going to be on the outside. I've never done this before, but I'm using a furnace that I've had a little bit of trouble with in the past, and this is kind of an experiment to see if it'll work. We use an LB white. When we built the big gutter connect greenhouse, that's what that package came with, and it is a very, very efficient gas furnace, but it is so efficient that it doesn't vent. And the thinking is that you need to change the air in the greenhouse to keep from running into trouble with carbon monoxide and carbon dioxide overload. So in order to change the air, you've got to have a vent on one end of the greenhouse and a fan on the other, and it's constantly, when that furnace kicks on, it's constantly blowing air out, sucking air in, and I thought that was kind of foolish. Kind of defeats the purpose of your efficiency in that furnace. So my plan is to build a furnace room outside of this greenhouse, use the furnace that I already have and have replaced in the other greenhouse, and set it outside to where it can take in all the fresh air that it needs from outside, and then box the heat blower into the greenhouse. So we'll see how that works. I can tell you some of the symptoms that I had. Some of the problems before was leaf burn, and I'm not 100% sure what about that furnace really made that happen, but you would come in the morning and it almost looked like certain plants had been frosted, and it's scary. So this is our vegetable house. I don't think it's going to bother vegetables quite as bad, although it will burn tomatoes a little bit. So we'll see. I'm hoping this will work. It saved me a good bit of money by being able to reuse this furnace, and that's kind of what I was really going for. So we're going to build this room. It's a very simple, doesn't need to be heavy duty, very simple little structure on the outside, but that's what we're going to do today. and we'll just kind of see what happens. Dodge raindrops. I mean, it's just been ridiculous, the amount of rain that we've been getting. It's really wet. I'm not sure when we're going to get to start chopping. We sure would like to start Friday or Saturday, but I can hardly see that happening. Any of you guys out there that have corn or in my area, we're all in the same boat, so to speak. So we'll just have to see what happens on that front and go from there. But we're going to just work a little bit here on this little building, dig some post holes first, and see where that leads to. Weather update. We had a drought. I think it went 15, maybe 20 minutes without a good rain shower. Alright, here we go with day number 2 on the little room for the furnace. So we got most of the framing done yesterday, so we're going to finish that up this morning, try to get the metal on it here.